Before we can answer this question, detailing the centre at 3 minus 1 and the radius of 4, it's probably a good idea to look at the general equation of a circle. And to do that, we're going to give the coordinates at the centre, the general AB coordinates. A and B could stand for anything. In this case, A would be 3, B would be minus 1. And the outside of the circle has coordinates of x, y. Joining those 2 points together is the radius, which we're going to call r. Now, if we make this into a little right-angled triangle here, we can see that this distance is the difference between the x coordinates, so x minus a, and this distance is the difference between the y coordinates, so y minus b. And then joining that together using Pythagoras' theorem gives us x minus a squared plus y minus b squared is equal to r squared. And that is the general equation of any circle with centre AB and radius r. Applying it to our question, well, we could redraw the whole situation again, get rid of those values and swap in what we've got. The centre is 3 minus 1 and the radius is equal to 4. Putting my lengths on the little right angled triangle here, this distance is x minus 3 and this distance from here to here is y minus minus 1. Obviously we can write that a little bit better, but not for the time being. So, joining it all together, we have x minus 3 squared plus y minus minus 1 squared is equal to 4 squared. And looking at the question, a is 3, so we swap that in there. B is minus 1, so we swap that in there. Radius is 4, so that goes in there. This can be written in a slightly more pretty way, so x minus 3 squared plus this becomes y plus 1 squared, and 4 squared is 16. And that'll do for the answer. You don't need to expand the brackets and collect things together because the question will want an equation, and that'll do. To find the equation of this circle, where these 2 points are either end of the diameter of the circle, we're going to go back to the general rule for the equation of a circle and find out what A and B are, the coordinates at the centre of the circle, and we're also going to find out what the radius is, and then we can swap them into this formula, and we've got the equation of the circle. So, firstly, the centre of the circle, AB, is the midpoint of these 2 values here. And to find the midpoint, what we do is we average out the x-coordinates, so that's going to be minus 5, add 1 divided by 2, average out the y-coordinates, 1 plus 11 divided by 2, to give us, well, minus 5 add 1 is minus 4, divided by 2 is minus 2, 1 add 11 is 12, divided by 2 is 6. So that gives us minus 2, 6 is the coordinates of the centre of the circle. So that's the value of A and the value of B sorted out. To find the value of the radius, we've got a couple of choices. Firstly, we could find the length of the diameter and half it, but we have enough information now to go directly to the radius using the centre of the circle and a point on the circumference. To find out the length of the radius, we are again going to use Pythagoras' theorem. I'm going to draw the triangle in there. This distance is the difference between the x-coordinates, so 1 minus minus 2, which is 3. And this is the difference in the y-coordinates, so 11 minus 6, which is 5. And then using Pythagoras, we can say that r squared is equal to 3 squared plus 5 squared, which gives r squared is equal to 34. Now you could, at this point here, say that r is equal to the square root of 34, but that's not really necessary. I'll put that in a cloud and we'll deal with that in a second. Now we can go back to the general expression for a circle, swap in the values we found, and we've got the equation of the circle. So we've got x minus a, which is minus 2 squared, plus y minus b, so that's y minus 6 squared, is equal to r squared. Well, we know directly what r squared is. It's 34, so I can put it directly in there. If you decided to find out that r was equal to the square root of 34, then r squared would be the square root of 34 squared, which in itself is 34 as well. So just going straight to that bit saves you a little bit of working. Just to neaten it all up, x minus minus 2 is x plus 2 squared, plus y minus 6 squared is equal to 34, and that is the equation of the circle that has these 2 points as the diameter.